policeman on the corner is a good symbol for law. Like the policeman, law directs us in doing the right things to live together in harmony. And law forbids us from doing the wrong things that tend to destroy that social harmony. But law is more than the policeman on the corner, more than the courthouse where our laws are enforced, more than the jail where lawbreakers are punished. Law is one of three forms of social control which regulate our daily lives. Custom, what we usually do. Moral code, what we should do. And law, what we must do. Now, just how do these social controls affect us?
Today I'm in my undercover anti-terror squad, guys. I'm undercover in plain clothes in a plane car. I've got my siren ready for when David Cameron and William Hague come out. Committed Zionists, we will run them over with a bit of truth. Okay everyone, we're here on serious love police business. This is the undercover anti-terror squad. Has anyone seen any corrupt politicians? Any warmongering dictators? Report them to the love police. I know we're creating a scene, but creating a scene is not illegal. Excuse me, sir, next time we'd advise you to buy some real food for your son. I'd like to thank the City of London Police for doing a wonderful job in their fluorescent jackets and protecting us all from the terrorists.
Stop filming! Stop filming!
This is pull that down.
There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras filming us. Look, there's cameras filming us.
What we need is more government control in our lives. We need police in our homes, never mind the streets.
So today is International Quit Your Job and Burn Down Your Office Day.
Well, please, move swiftly to your next shopping experience.
All we're doing is just filming in a station.
Yeah, but you ain't got permission to film us.
But we're in a public area.
No, this is not public. This is a private property.
Thinking is boring. Thinking is hard work and it's not worth the energy. And what I do is give people like you hugs. What you need is a hug.
The Love Police is an absurdist performance art group which concentrates on issues such as the encroaching fear and greed in our society, the police state. And here we are in London, and the Love Police was born in London. This is the most heavily surveilled city on earth. There was actually a story of a guy who dropped some litter in central London, and they followed him on CCTVs on buses and streets all the way to his house and filmed him going into his front door. And they used CCTV to then fine him for dropping litter an hour ago, 10 miles away, because they followed him. I met a guy called Danny holding a sign saying everything is okay, and I had the megaphone and the camera, and then it was born. We started using the megaphone, saying the slogan, everything is okay.
Statistically speaking, the person next to you is either a terrorist or has swine flu.
And it's also sarcastic, because everything is so obviously not okay around the world. And the irony inherent is, if everything was okay, why would we go around with signs telling people everything's okay? So it's to make people think. The Love Police, in a way, is a reaction and an evolution of the kind of feeling I had repressed inside me for so many years working in finance.
If your friends are unemployed, ask them to kill themselves. The only people who should be allowed to live are those who pay lots of taxes.
I'm not going to get another office job now. I was 28 just when I started Love Police. I was like, I'll do something I want to do. And very luckily, almost by synchronicity, met Danny with Everything Is Okay sign. He was very good on the megaphone, and we started making videos that spoke out against what we saw as the dehumanizing factors in society.
Laws require you to go to school so that you and society will benefit, and laws provide the schools for you to attend. Thus, every day you come in contact with social controls.
Because I was changing school every 2 years, or every year sometimes, the indoctrination never quite clicked in, and because I always had to be an outsider and be objective with everyone I met at every new school, I always had to try and, make an impact.
You need to have authorized letters from the Greater London Authority.
No, that's incorrect, because we checked with City of Westminster Council. This north part here is still public property.
This is the boundary, sir. Yeah, you have to go other side.
Oh, right, so 1 meter?
Yeah, this is the boundary.
Oh, come on.
So
if I walk 1 meter here, is that okay? If I stand there?
You need to stand on the other
side. And if I stand here?
Not
okay?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There we are, you try and film when there's hundreds of thousands, probably per day, of tourists filming, taking photographs? It's because your camera looks too professional. Who knows what you might be using this for? But if I move over here, we're not breaking the law. It's hard not to swear.
That's a bit illegal, though, isn't it? Can you not do that, please?
I find the biggest problem in terms of trying to film is definitely the private security official.
It's not allowed. But it's a public area. Then switch it off. Can you switch it off, please?
The police in London and across the UK are trained to deal with delicate situations. They have to pass intelligence tests to make sure they're able to do their job. The same can't be said for private security.
I'm a filmmaker. Tell them it's for my Love Police project.
Go away. Don't do it. No, move here.
I'd strongly advise you not to touch me again.
I've been assaulted many times by private security who are quite happy to grab the camera, happy to push, just basically impose some of their Jason Bourne saving the world from the terrorists kind of attitude on me. I believe I've been arrested now. I've reached the lucky 13th number, 13 times, if I'm measuring correctly. And there was one other time where I got arrested to prevent a breach of the peace, which I think is a wonderful Minority Report pre-crime unit of the Metropolitan Police. I was at a protest filming and I got arrested to prevent a crime taking place.
Guys, I wish to leave. Guys, I wish to leave. I wish to leave. I wish to leave. Why can't I leave?
You've been arrested for a breach of the peace. You're staying in the park.
I've what?
Stop.
I've been arrested?
Yes, you prevent a breach of the peace. You were told off that back there.
I wasn't told off by anyone.
You've been arrested to prevent a breach of the peace.
I've been arrested.
I've already told you 3
Please
times.
Don't touch me. How have I been arrested?
Before the Tony Blair government, you could not get arrested to prevent a crime. The very notion of that is absurd and ridiculous in a free and open society which we masquerade to be.
Please carry on, you're wasting valuable shopping time. I read in the newspaper that Jesus, Muhammad and Buddha would have bought one of these toys. Al-Qaeda, 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 terrorism, terrorism, war on terror, Al-Qaeda. Thank you.
Where we are now in Downing Street, this area is within Section 28 of the Serious Organised Crime and Police Act. This was a law brought in exclusively for an activist called Brian Haw, who set up a camp outside Parliament. So the wonderful thing about free speech, which all our troops died for in World War I and II, is that now in central London, the seat of power, where all protests by definition should be taking place, you need permission from government to protest against the government. But luckily in Britain right now, we have a situation where we don't need to fight, we don't need to pick up arms, because we do have, I think, the rule of law. And we do have such things as free speech, but these things are being very quickly eroded in the name of defending us against terrorists. Terrorism has killed 52 people in Britain in the last 5 years, whereas our governments have contributed to the killing of 1 million innocent civilians in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other countries around the world where Britain has special interests. I want to live in a world where the seat of government is a lot more open than this, rather than a scary fortress with armed guards. Oscar Wilde said, the English playwright, if you're going to tell people the truth, you have to make it funny, or they'll kill you. So. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 million dead in Iraq and Afghanistan. 1 million. Oh, the man on the horse, sorry, the young boy on the horse has just said to me, F-U-C-K off. Praise warfare. Take photographs. No, it's good. Warfare is good. No, he's fighting for your freedom. He's killing terrorists.
And yours.
This is the saddest thing. Like, you'd think, do you guys support free speech? Do you support free speech? No, you don't. Oh, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the ceremony. 1 million dead in Iraq and Afghanistan. British Army, American Army, Palestine as well. It's all connected.
You can help your free speech. Exactly.
Sorry?
That is also you can help your free speech.
Really?
Yes.
So how does killing? How does?
What's the chance of you being able to start here and help your free speech?
No, that's got nothing to do with warfare. Free speech has been fought for by normal people like you and I against the establishment. Do you think the establishment just wants you to speak freely?
You think it's a secret establishment?
Huh?
Secret establishment?
Not secret. But is 1 million dead civilians worth my free speech?
What about the First World War and the Second World War? Millions dead.
Yeah.
You can still stand here.
I totally disagree. Do you think the establishment send their own children to war? They send your children, working class kids. You're not going to get Prince Harry or Prince William getting killed on the front line or getting his testicles blown off. It's going to be young men like this. And I'm allowed to talk because I was in the British Army. I believe the hype. The truth is, the biggest terrorists are the British Army, the American Army, and the Israeli Army. We all know it. We all know it. We all know it. We all know it.
So you served in the British Army?
For 6 months, and I quit.
Really? 6 months?
Yeah.
I've been on the toilet longer. Cleaning the toilet.
There you go.
Suppose this were you. What social controls affect you? Well, in your family, and your school, and your church. In your whole community, there are customs and moral codes which guide your actions. Many of these customs and mores are enacted into formal laws, and we are hopefully working toward a still higher level of law, the law of nations united for world peace. You are guided by all these laws and controls.
Now let me remind you, you are the Queen's subjects. That means you must do what you are told at all times. And I must say, Charlie, they are very, very well behaved on the whole, aren't they, these people? They always do what they are told.
I want to restart something I did called the Love Police Academy, where we take a big group of people out into the street and teach them how to use the megaphone, how to stand up against officialdom, how to... It's basically a state of mind. You're either a victim and you have a controller, or you are all that ever has been. You're a human being having your experience. You're the most powerful person in the world, and that's what we want to try and teach people.
Hello, hey, it's from yesterday.
Guys,
how you doing? Good to see you too.
We don't mind. You can do this everything like.
Thank you.
They don't want you on the steps, so it's private property. So can I just ask you to go down the bottom of the steps?
Yes.
Then that's it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You can do what you like. At times, I still don't know what you're causing.
Thank you.
Just making out as you go along. That doesn't happen very often.
No.
If you want to make a change, you have to go out there into the actual real 3D physical world and try and inspire and make people laugh in the real world. And one of the main things we do is hug authority figures, and it is very anarchic, because once you've hugged someone and felt their heart beat right next to yours, it's a lot less likely they'll handcuff you. And 100% success rate. I've never been arrested by anyone that I've ever hugged.
Get ready